Hello, everybody. Welcome once again. Thank you for joining in early. You're all welcome to the Dyslexia Advocate Fellowship 2025 cohort graduation. Wherever you are, I hope you are making some noise and shouting "woo" or something interesting. But you are welcome to today's graduation. Congratulations to all our advocates that are graduating today. And thank you for joining. If you are a special guest of any of our advocates, our existing advocates, or probably maybe a speaker, a facilitator, thank you for joining in early. Congratulations to each one of us. All of us are celebrating today. So thank you for joining in early. If you are here, kindly state your name and the country you are joining in from so that we can know you and give you a shout out right before we start. But thank you for joining in. I see a lot of people from Nigeria, Zambia, Malawi, Ghana. Thank you all for joining. And if you are also here, you can show your excitement by putting it in there. Marcia from UK, Kenya, Uganda. You can put your excitement in with emojis in the chat box so we see how excited you are. Ethiopia. Okay. I'm looking to see more countries so that we start. Nigeria, congratulations. Yes, congratulations as all. Benin Republic. Kenya. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you once again for joining in early. You are very, very welcome. We are excited today. But before we get right into our graduation ceremony, I want us to do a quick activity. Everybody here is welcome. It's not just for advocates, for everybody to join in. So we are going to do a puzzle type of activity. Okay, so we're about to get into the activity. I'm not seeing exciting emojis in the chat box, but today is supposed to be a very, very exciting day. So put on your video so that we see your faces. Everybody's video is off. Yes, I see Aisha's face. I see Miss Jane's face. Okay, I see Comfort's face. I see Josiah, Mr. Francis. I see a lot of people's faces now. That's great. Yes, more videos, more videos. Beautiful. Okay, great. All right, so we are getting started. How I'm wondering who is going to get all the words in our puzzle today. It's a very short puzzle. We have 4 words. And what we are going to do is that when we put up the puzzle, you are supposed to find the words in the puzzle. And when you find the word, you just have to type it in the chat box. And once we see that you type the word in the chat, all 4 words, we'll show you. If you don't get to see it, which would be unfortunate, we'll just show you where the words are and then we move on to our activity. Are we good? I want to see heads nodding, something. Okay, great. So let me show you the puzzle.
Precious, we can't hear the sound.
Okay, so our puzzle. Okay, I hope everybody can see our puzzle.
Yeah, but you have to
Can
start
you see
it.
our puzzle?
Can you start it? Because we can't.
Miss Rosalie, can you come again? We didn't hear you.
We saw you playing something from the start, but it went so fast and we didn't hear the sound, or there's no sound in it.
No, there's no sound. It was just words puzzle, and this
Oh,
is puzzle. So
okay.
there are four words in this puzzle. If you can identify any, okay. I see people have identified one. I'll call those who have identified one to show us where it is in case you are just guessing so that we catch you. But then if you find more words, please put it in the chat. I'm looking forward to seeing who gets all the words. Somebody has identified a word that's not part of my four words, but that's great. Okay. So three more words to go. Let's see who is going to guess it. Three words, three words. Yes, dyslexia is part of the words, but there are more. Okay, somebody has gotten my second word, two more to go. Two more to go, two more to go, two more to go. I see Miss Rosalie squinting her eyes. Eh. Okay, still two words. We still have two more words to go. So the clue is one of the words is related to what we are doing now. So maybe you can find it. But don't type it and don't know where it is because we'll ask you. Two more words to go, two more words to go. Should I show you the answers? I really want all of us to get all the four words. Oh, somebody got my third word. Okay, one more word to go. One more word, one more word. Interesting. That's not my word. Okay, I shall be identifying words in the puzzle that is being displayed. So we have four words. Three words have been stated in the chat box. If you can find the last one, we'll be very happy. One more word to go. Seems nobody's getting my word. One more word to go. Oh, somebody got my word. Okay, somebody is asking for a little time, but I've gotten my four words. I'm going to show you the four words so that you see. No, but before I want to call a few people to show me where they are seeing the words they have mentioned to be sure that you've actually seen the word and you are not typing something. So let's see who I'm going to call. Okay, Nahed, can you show me where dyslexia is? Okay, it's true. Dyslexia is in the first row. Okay, now the second word. Let me see the second word you identified. Fellowship. Miss Nada, can you show me where fellowship is? Fellowship. You can unmute and share where you can see it.
Thank you. So first row to the third letter from my left, and then you go down diagonal.
Interesting. Okay.
Can you see it?
Oh. Sorry, yes, I can.
Can you see it?
Yes, I don't know that the others can see, but I'll show them shortly. And then Miss Modupe, you showed us graduation. Can you tell us where it is?
Yeah, the last rule, G is the 10th alphabet, upwards, across.
Okay. All right. And then neurodiverse, Christelle. All right, so we are showing you the answers. Okay.
Precious, the first answer is incorrect. Dyslexia at the top that's not
Yeah,
spelled
there's no
correctly.
S.
Is there another one?
No, that's it. Sorry, that's my mistake. But please be inclusive towards me.
We have to let her pay.
No, you should practice inclusion. Maybe I missed it. Okay, so those are the words. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to all of you. We are going to head right into the graduation. And to start with, we are going to hear a remark from Miss Rosalind, who is the Executive Director for ADO. She's going to say a few words, and I hope you have a listening ear. So Miss Rosalind, please, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Wow, I needed some music to bring me in. You just threw me into the graduation like that. Hey, I will do my best. I am so excited. Congratulations, everyone. Super excited for you today. I mean, the journey has been the journey, and I know you know what I mean by that. But I am grateful to the Lord that we have made it this far, and I see all your beautiful faces. Today, I am going to try to read to you because I don't want to miss any of my words. And super excited. This vision started talking, and we are on our second cohort. And I tell you, as much as you are learning a lot, we are learning so much from you, and all the challenges, all the happy moments is shaping what we dream to keep going. And I hope in the next 50 years we will still have Dyslexia Advocate Fellowship running and strong and better. But you will be so excited that you were part of the early starters to help shape the program. And so, first of all, good evening to all of you. Today is a moment of celebration, a moment of reflection, and most importantly, a moment of purpose. To each and every one of you graduating today from the Africa Dyslexia Advocate Fellowship Cohort 2, I want to say a big congratulations. congratulations to you. You have made it to this point not just by attending the sessions, completing assignments, or joining online discussions, but by showing up with passion, consistency, and heart. And for that, I am incredibly proud of you because I know the hard work many of you have made it to this point. When we started this fellowship, the vision was so clear to raise a generation of bold Africans who would go back into their community and challenge the stigma, raise awareness, and promote inclusive education, especially for those like myself who live with dyslexia and other learning differences. But what you have done has exceeded that vision. You have brought it to life in a way we never imagined because of the lessons you have taught us, the stories you shared, your growth, your willingness to be vulnerable, to learn, and to lead. This has been our greatest reward. As someone who couldn't read or write until 17 years and who was diagnosed with dyslexia in a very late start in my life, in my 30s, I know what it means to feel invisible in the classroom and even to feel invisible at the workplaces, to be misunderstood, to be labeled wrongly. That is why this movement of the Dyslexia Advocate Fellowship is so personal to me, and it's deeply rooted in our mission at the Africa Dyslexia Organization. But I also know the power of voice. One voice can make a difference. And now, today, we have all of you contributing to our advocates network in 38 African countries, including yourself, including your families, because we know that the lessons you have gained here, you have not kept them in your bags, you have not kept them in your shoes, you have not kept them in your rooms. And if you haven't done anything, you have educated your home. And we hope that you have done more than that. My charge to you as you graduate is this: don't let this be the end of a fellowship. It's actually the beginning of your legacy. The beginning of your legacy is the 2 years commitment you make into your Advocates Fellowship by waking up and looking for opportunities that you would go and make a difference. And what do you think after the 2 years will be? Probably your life will shape beyond you being an advocate. So keep advocating, keep engaging. You are not alone. Keep building with us at the Africa Dyslexia Advocate Organization. I always say to you that you're a family member and don't see yourself as an outsider, as an advocate, because as an advocate, you hold the mantle for the Africa Dyslexia Organization in your various countries within these 2 years. And after the 2 years, if you want to give the mantle up, that is fine. But we know and we want you to stay with us for life. Your presence matters, and your voice has the power to open doors that others have kept shut for far too long. Together, we are creating a future where no one is left behind simply because of how they learn or how they work even now as an adult with a learning difference. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for choosing to be part of this journey with us. Thank you for believing in this vision that has like no monetary reward, but I tell you, it has a great reward depending on how you see it. I also would like to caution in your mind, because there will be the quest that, oh yes, I've seen an opportunity, let me jump at it. Let me use it as a monetary gain. I tell you, be cautious. Walk the baby step, learn your lessons, and opportunities will sprout at you. Don't premature yourself. Learn through the process, engage, help us do the work, and trust me, the doors will open like flying colors. And thank you for becoming bold, relentless advocates that Africa needs. Let's go out there and continue to unlock potentials across the continent. Graduates, congratulations. The world is waiting for you. For those of you who couldn't complete this program, before I close, I want to take a moment to recognize you. For various reasons, you could not complete the fellowship this time. But it doesn't change some of the lessons that you have taken away. You may not have the title as an official advocate of the Africa Dyslexia Organization, but I tell you, you have the voice because you have learned something. I say this with sincerity and hope that you are still part of the movement and you are still part of the Africa Dyslexia Organization family. Life happens, commitment shifts, circumstance changes. But what matters is your heart for advocacy and your willingness to start the journey. And that is why the next application for 2026 cohort is ongoing and you can reapply and join. So don't feel alone, don't feel sad as you're not part of today's graduation, but I see you wearing your heart in the next round. This is not a disqualification, it's just a pause and not a full stop. We are here for you and the door remains open, whether it's rejoining in the future, continuing to learn in your own way, or advocating in a small, quiet, and meaningful way in your community. You are still part of us. We are family, we are a movement, and we rise together. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you so much for believing in the vision of the Africa Dyslexia Advocates Program. And to our amazing facilitators, we say a big thank you. Without you, we couldn't have done this. You showed up, even times when it was very inconveniencing. You came, you poured your heart out, you enriched us without taking 1 cent. Who would do this? If the child that all these advocates are going to reach out to, the families, all the blessings that they are going to say, we share the blessings with you. You are part of us, and we are so thrilled that you believe in us to show up and share your knowledge. To our volunteers, to our board of directors, we say congratulations to you as well. Thank you for believing and standing with us. We appreciate you. God bless you all. Bye.
Bye. Wherever you, I want to see you clap, 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 clap. Yeah, that was so heartfelt. Thank you so much, Miss Rosanne. Thank you to all of you. Congratulations to us. We'll be moving on with Miss Modupe, who is an existing advocate. She's part of our parent advocate. Since this advocate is starting, they need to hear from somebody who has been on the journey. She has been doing amazing things. She has been going on the radio station, making sure that other people who do not speak maybe English, that is common to a lot of people, are also hearing about dyslexia and related learning differences. So give it up for Miss Modupe.
Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations, graduates. Congratulations, Adam. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to participate in your graduation. It's really, really a wonderful thing, and a wonderful day for me being part of this process because it makes me go back to our own days. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys are really beat us out of the water. Lady Rosa does not fail at reminding us of that. And it's good. It's good to have the future generation better than the previous one. So please keep it up. My name is Mutukwe Afizo, known as the area head, and as a fellow advocate of this organization, I'm really, really proud. I'm really proud of all of you today, of all of your hard work, because it's not easy at all. It's not easy to be able to find the time, join the program, to join the call, do your assignments, do everything, but you're graduating today. What that means is that you really, really put in everything you've had to make it possible for you to be here. And like Lady Rosa said earlier, those who could not come through to the end, okay too. At least you learn something and you can always, engage with your fellow advocates and continue to grow on this path. Because it's a wonderful path. Yes, there's a lot of difficulties and pain that will be experienced on this path. I will be honest with all of you. But the thing is, at the end of the day, it's extremely rewarding because all of us now we are advocates for people who would ordinarily not be able to advocate for themselves. And that is a beautiful thing because it's easy for us to read, to understand, to talk, to do almost whatever it is that we want to do effortlessly. But it's very, very stressful for people who are not able to engage in these mundane activities as it would be for us in their everyday lives. So it is a very, very powerful skill that ADU is giving to advocates. Because I personally, as someone who has who entered the world of special needs through other disabilities, I always was frustrated with my lack of understanding. But through ADU, I was able to understand it. I was able to really, really come to empathize and realize at the same time that as much as there are difficulties that persons with dyslexia may face, they do have a lot of ability. That's why the program that I do on radio is titled Ability Like Disability. I strongly believe that nobody is useless, and Ado really did confirm that for me throughout my training, and I know you all have also experienced that from the training you've had till this day of. And I hope you hold that in mind because the problem we have in society is persons who are different from the normal representation are totally ruled out from the beginning. And if that is the baseline expectation, difficult for them to even have a chance. But with us as advocates, they have a chance. So we should always remember, and I'm also speaking to myself because like I said earlier, there will be days that you may not want to continue because of some experiences, but please, it's worth it to keep going. It's really worth it because it's not about us. It's about so many people out there that really, really benefit from every step, every effort we make. So thank you so much, Ado, for this opportunity. I'm so proud of you, the graduates. I'm so grateful to the facilitators of this event, and I truly, truly pray that every obstacle or every disappointment you come across in the path of your advocacy would be a learning process and grow stronger, more informed, more knowledgeable, more determined as you continue to carry out. God bless you all and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Modupe. I don't know if you heard, but she said that when you even get tired, know that you're not doing it for yourself, but for the audience that you are speaking to, the audience that you are representing. That is very, very, is worth note taking. So we are moving on. We are going to hear from the Director of Training here at Africa Dyslexia Organization. She's in the person of Dr. Nugma Sefi. She is in charge of all the trainings you see us having. So make your ears open if they are closed in one way or the other, because she's about to say something that I know will help you on your journey.
Thank you, Precious. Thank you so much. So today marks a proud and actually, before I start, this is a very, very emotional moment for me. I have been associated with ADO since the very beginning, and it is giving me an immense pleasure to be a part of this wonderful team at ADO. And good, I'm so excited to see this whole group graduating today with all the tools and all the things they have with them, and we are always there to support them. wherever they need us, and we are here to learn from them, from their grassroots experiences. So in that piece share, I just jotted down a few points because I knew I will not remember what I have to say, so I wrote down my brief, I won't call it a speech, but brief uh, experiences, what I have learned over a period of time, and what I want to share with all the participants and advocates who are a part of this cohort group. So today marks a proud and a transformative milestone, the graduation of the 2025 cohort group of Africa Dyslexia Organization's Advocate Training Fellowship. And it has been an honor for me to witness the passion, the dedication, and resilience each of you has shown us in this journey. From understanding the neurological underpinnings of dyslexia to launching the grassroots campaigns, promoting inclusion in the schools and your communities, you have demonstrated not only the deep learning but the qualities of good leaders in your community. And it's a true sense of leadership what we are seeing in some of our uh, advocates who have been a part of this journey. So now is the time you are stepping into your roles as certified dyslexia advocates, empowered to raise awareness, challenge the stigma associated with dyslexia, and build an inclusive community around us, and to support the systems across the continent of Africa. So as I was looking at the chat, we have participants from Zambia, Sudan, Nigeria, Nairobi, Kenya, Benin, Cameroon, Tunisia, and Ethiopia. If I missed out any country, I don't know, but what I could see from the participants in the chats, they were adding their countries. So it gives me a good enough idea that we are reaching Pan Africa to train our advocates and reach to the different parts of Africa continent there. So a heartfelt thanks to the team ADO who have created this platform to support so many people in Africa and give this platform to all the advocates who are doing this certificate program with us. Especially a great, heartfelt thanks to Rosalind herself. And she has been the torchbearer of this whole organization, and her passion and vision and unwavering commitment to this whole concept and to guide this movement. And then a special thank you to our stellar facilitators and guest speakers, Marsha, Michelle, Justina, Barbara, and Samantha, and others, and Claire's. So, your insights and expertise have shaped the generation of a change makers through this advocates. So, and you advocates as such are the biggest part, because of you we are here. You have taken out the time and energy to get this training and be the change, provide that services to all the people around you and change the stigma, create an awareness, and creating a community which is inclusive of all the people coming from diverse background. So I feel myself to be a part of this community with a different backgrounds. My country of origin is India. Have been living in US for some time, and I had the honor of visiting Ghana and meet Rosalind in person, and I'm looking forward for some of those more times to come and be a part of some more trainings in Ghana and meet some people in person there. So congratulations, all the advocates, and we are so proud of you. Go forth and transform the lives. We stand by you. We are so proud of you. And thank you so much. I don't want to take any more time. The words are beyond my explanation. My heart is very uh, soaked with all the energy with the people around me in this cohort. Thank you so much, and many congratulations to the advocates here. Thank you, Rosalind.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sethi. as Dr. Sethi said, we are super, super proud of you. And we are moving on so that we are sticking to time. We have our keynote speaker who is already here, Miss Clarice Jackson. She is going to speak to us for a few minutes. So Miss Clarice Jackson, who is our keynote speaker for today, epitomizes visionary leadership. She is a highly sought-after keynote speaker and an unyielding advocate for educational fairness and freedom. Her transformative journey commenced in 2000, navigating her daughter's dyslexia challenges, igniting a mission to overhaul literacy instruction and access for vulnerable populations. With over 36 years of dedicated advocacy, she established the Voice Advocacy Center in 2012, providing essential resources, dyslexia screening, and structured literacy dyslexia tutoring. Ms. Clarice spearheads Decoding Dyslexia NE and is the founder and CEO of the Institute for Black Literacy Matters, amplifying voices in literacy advocacy and reform. Her national impact extends to crafting the Dyslexia National Resolution for the NAACP and features in prominent media outlets for literacy, school choice, and educational freedom, such as Fox News, Fox Business, and NPR. She has received esteemed accolades, including the 2016 National Coalition of 100 Black Women's ED Reform Award, the 2019 NAACP Freedom Fighter Service Award, and the 2023 Malcolm X Foundation Award. Most recently, she received the 2024 Dick Holland Literacy Advocate Award from the Phoenix Academy School in Omaha, NE. So welcome, Miss Clarice Jackson. She's our keynote speaker for today, and I hope you are ready to hear from her because I am ready. Please take over.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? If you can, just kind of wave, make sure that everybody can hear me. I am ecstatic to be with you all this evening. It is 11:42 a.m. my time, but it's evening there. I am first and foremost very grateful for Rosalind and the opportunity that she is ensuring that you all receive and that you guys are getting through the Africa Dyslexia Organization. I think that what you guys are a part of is very, very special. And the fact that you all have taken 2 years of your life that you can't get back, time that you can't get back. Time is the most precious commodity that we all have. And if we are fortunate, God allows us the opportunity to choose how we spend our time and who we spend our time with. And so the fact that you all have chosen to spend your time in this way to be a difference for those who are in your sphere of influence is huge and significant. What I wanted to share with you all briefly is that one person, one citizen can change the life and trajectory of another human being that has the potential to change the life of someone else. And so I want you guys to truly understand just how significant this time here in this space has been. With this Dyslexia Advocate Certificate, you have the insight into what are the characteristics of dyslexia. What do I do when you see someone who has the characteristics and the people around them may not understand what that is? You now are that voice that can be the doorway to opportunity for that individual, whether it is a young person who's still navigating their education, or if it's even an adult, like Rosalind shared how it took her as an adult to try to truly understand what was the issue that she struggled with all of her life. And so you all having the resources and the tools now to understand what dyslexia is and isn't, you now are going to be amongst 20% of the population That's up to 5 people within a classroom of 20 who have some form of dyslexia from mild to profound, because it goes on a continuum. So you might run into someone who has very mild dyslexia, but yet it's still dyslexia. You might run into someone who has very profound dyslexia, where the characteristics are going to be more noticeable. The struggle is going to be more intense, but they still don't know that the word that they are battling with every day is dyslexia, but you do. And because you've been a part of this 2-year cohort, you now are the answer to someone's prayer. There are people in your country that are praying, God, show me why I learn this way. Show me why I'm unable to learn. Show me why I'm stupid. There are people who literally in your countries believe that because they have dyslexia, they are somehow incapable, somehow not able to learn, and that there is really something wrong with them. You all are now the people who now get to go out and share with them and many others, and even those who misunderstand it, that that is not true. This is not an incurable situation where a person will never truly gain the ability to learn. And what does dyslexia really, really do? What is that door? What does it do for you? Dyslexia is the right to read. And reading encompasses everything that we do, from recipes to driving, to reading a book to your kids, to understanding contracts or understanding business, to starting a business. Whatever facet you think of, name it, where reading is not important. And so think it not strange that the fact that you all were a part of this cohort, you stayed true to it for 2 years, that this is not now a part of your purpose. Your purpose includes carrying the mantle that Rosalind talked about of dyslexia, and ensuring that where you got your training from, which is the Africa Dyslexia Organization, that you as ambassadors of this cohort are now going out into your communities, into your countries, into your localities, and you are representing Africa Dyslexia Organization in carrying forth the message of what dyslexia is. How do we remediate it? How do we help people who struggle with it? And because of that, you're going to change many, many lives. I'm sitting on this Zoom talking to you all right now, and I come from little old Nebraska, which is smack dab in the middle of the United States. And Rosalind got to be with us this March as we had our Black Literacy Matters conference, our 2nd annual one. And Rosalind got to attend. She came all the way from Ghana. She got to experience a 1-day blizzard. It was about 80 degrees the day before when she got here. And then the next day, it was about 8 to 10 inches of snow and blowing, blistering wind. And so she got to experience 2 different sides of Nebraska. And what I say with that is this: I didn't think that little old me, who was a 19-year-old little girl, young lady, no children, no husband, who walked into a classroom and had a little girl by the name of Letitia, and who came into my 2nd grade class. And she looked at the chalkboard, and I had the alphabet on it. And I pointed to the letter M, and she didn't know what that letter was, nor did she know the sound. And at first I thought she was playing. I thought maybe she was testing me. I was a new teacher. Maybe she's testing me to see if she could get away with just being a class clown or a jokester. But I came to find out that she truly did not know the alphabet or the sounds. And I knew and found out that the school system knew that she had been struggling since her early grades, since pre-kindergarten. So from about the age of 4 up until 9, they all knew that she struggled with literacy, yet she continued to just get pushed to the next grade and the next grade. And everyone knew that Letitia could not read, but no one knew how to help her. And the older she got, she made it to the 4th grade. She began to understand right along with the school, with the kids in the school, that something was different about her. And it had begun to be a joke for a lot of the kids in her classroom. Letitia's stupid. Letitia can't read. Letitia is not going to make it in school because she's dumb. And my daughter, because she became my daughter believed she was stupid based off of her inability to read, write, and spell, and then coupled with how her classmates thought of her as well. And she began to accept that as her norm. And it took me coming in, finding out what was going on with her, and then looking outside the school system, because I didn't have an Africa Dyslexia organization like Rosalind's. I didn't have a dyslexia advocate program to go to explain to me that what your daughter is struggling with is dyslexia. But you all have that, and you all got that. So it took me a little longer. It took me doing a little bit more research. It took me removing my daughter from the public school system and putting her into a private school that addressed dyslexic learners. It took me driving to several states. I drove to Iowa. I drove to Texas. I drove to Chicago. These are things that I had to fly through by plane just to figure out what the word was that explained what my daughter was actually dealing with. And because of all of that, I was able to give her the answer to what was her struggle, and it was dyslexia. And once we found out what it was and we began to address it, school changed around for her. And this little girl who used to ride in the back of the car as I drove down the street, who couldn't read a street sign, began to say, "Mom, that's Grant Street, that's State Street, that's Fort Street," something she could never do. And so if you ask yourself, okay, now what? I've graduated from this program. We're still going to be connected to Africa Dyslexia Organization. But what do I really do with this certificate? Begin to reach out in your local communities. If it's not within your family, because dyslexia runs in families, is hereditary, but look around. Look at your neighbors. Look at the community. Look at your village. Look at the education around you and see how you can be an answered prayer to either that school system, to that teacher, to that parent, to that child, or to that adult, and connect them and use what you've been given and bless someone else. Thank you for your time. I am excited about coming to Ghana in August for the dyslexia conference. Hopefully I'll get to see many of you, especially you all that just came through the Dyslexia Advocate Program. It would be a blessing to have you there with all of the phenomenal speakers that are coming over to just enhance even the more what you already have obtained and to be the best advocates you could possibly be. Congratulations. This is something to truly be proud of. This will last beyond your lifetime, and you are breaking generational curses by breaking the chains of the inability to read, which comes through dyslexia. So, pats on the back. Congratulations. I'm very, very proud of you all. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Congratulations once again to everybody. And we'll move on to Miss Marcia Brissett Bailey, who took us through Dyslexia Insights while we were having training as dyslexia advocates. I hope some of you remember those sessions. So quickly, Miss Marcia, please, you can take over and share a few words with us.
Of course, thank you, everybody. It's such a privilege to be here. Carissa, lovely to see you, and your keynote speech is very powerful. Let me pull the screen back a little bit. So I just want to say it's such a pleasure and privilege to be here with you today. And I want to say that thank you for taking this step to help and empower other dyslexics. So my background, and just to say I am dyslexic, my mum was dyslexic and my daughter who's 18 is dyslexic, so we are a very neurodiverse family. Also my nephew, my sister's son, is autistic, so neurodiversity is a thing that I live every day with. And I was diagnosed when I was 16, but what I always say, children grow up to be adults. So if we do the work earlier, and the interventions and the support, the self-belief and the self-esteem, that I used to think that I was an imposter. I didn't believe I was who I was even when I was getting things right. We can do that work now. So as some of you may know, I'm the author of the book Black, Brilliant and Dyslexic. And that book was really born from my lived experience and deep frustration, but through also pride. Growing up in London, in a city of London, as a young Black girl navigating the education system with undiagnosed dyslexia, it often felt that I felt stupid, but also having to work twice as hard. My teachers told me I was never going to achieve, and that was my light bulb moment when my parents were there and all they wanted to do was just love me, and they gave me that love and support, but I wanted more. I wanted to have more for myself. And I saw that light at the end of the tunnel called hope, and I just kept on pushing and trying to break through the labels and the misunderstandings, the underestimated belief in me. They didn't believe in me, but I never felt broken. And I want to say that not for sympathy, but to underline the resilience that so many of us carry through quietly through the margins. We talk about dyslexia or neurodiversity more broadly. We often still frame it through a defect or a disability that you're unable. But it's a different way of thinking, a different wiring, I think, a different way of seeing things and thinking and problem solving. And when we add layers of racial identity, which is my experience in the UK, it brings other barriers to play. And that's why we really want to advocate for justice, visibility and voice. As much of the work today that you're going to be doing and learning, because it's a continual growth of learning, discovery. I'm always learning. I'm learning about myself every day and knowing my strengths, which I always say I lean into. But we're always going to be learning as advocates, and to use the ADO to support as a hub to connect, to learn, to grow, discover. I really think that's really important that you have that space to do that. So do use it. And my last point is that, for me, if I had what Rosalind has set up and the team, I wouldn't have gone through so much of that feeling of not feeling good enough. Our systems, I feel, is broken. I'm not broken. I'm not the imposter. It's the systems and the structures that assess us in a way that doesn't work with our strengths. But with that note, I just want to say thank you for investing the time. This is going to be a different opportunity for you in different ways, as Rosalind said earlier on. The growth in seeing somebody just see that spark and believe in themselves, like Carissa said about her daughter, it changes, it's life-changing. My teacher over 30 odd years ago believed in me and said, Marcy, you keep, you're in the classroom, you're an A every time, but when it comes to those exams, you're not coming through. There must be something going on. And because of that, I'm here being able to advocate, not just for myself, for others. So thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the evening, and just blessings. And I wish you all the best. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Marcia said because somebody advocated for her, she's advocating for herself. And now many of us can testify of her advocacy. So that's a challenge to all of us, that advocate for somebody and generations and generations will speak of your advocacy. So we are moving on to listen to somebody who is fresh out of the box. Fresh out of the box advocate. I'm going to learn from Miss Nada. She's one of your colleagues as the graduates today. So yes, Miss Nada, you can go ahead and speak.
Thank you very much. Can you all hear me well?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Esteemed guest speakers, fellow advocates, the Africa Dyslexia Organization team, the whole family, good evening. Being here today, reaching this stage and speaking at this beautiful graduation as the second cohort of the Africa Dyslexia Advocate Fellowship is deeply humbling. I'm grateful for such an opportunity to make me and give me the space to reflect on and share just a few of the lessons that I've learned through the past few months of training. As an international development and education expert, I've spent so many years, about over a decade, advocating for causes I care deeply about: equitable access to opportunity, inclusive programming, and making sure that the development efforts reach the communities that need them most. That in itself has been incredibly humbling and rewarding, and I'm thankful for having that experience to impact our region and our continent in that way. But most of my career, that advocacy was often tied to a job description. Often, I've always believed in the causes that I advocated for and poured my heart into the work. But I also always carried this deep and inside, quiet, silent sadness inside me that by the time this job ends, or any other job ends that I'm advocating for a specific cause through it, that I'm not longer have the opportunity to use that platform that will help me to impactfully and meaningfully work on advocacy. So what ADO offers here through this fellowship is truly inspiring and different and amazing, and I'm super thankful for it. It made me realize that advocacy does not have to end with a job or be tied or limited to a professional title. And more than that, it offers a long-lasting, empowering platform where advocates can connect with each other, can learn from each other, and continue to champion the rights of learners who are going through challenges and difficulties just to be able to learn how to read and write and be brilliant as the beautiful human beings that they are. So regardless of these advocates' background, professional path, and how they got to being here in this space, ADO managed to do that through this fellowship, and I'm deeply thankful for that. It also allowed me to look at differently at the skills that I've earned over the last few years, like storytelling and public speaking, community outreach and community development, not just a tool, but as a way to push forward a greater purpose, which is advocating for children and learners with dyslexia and any other related learning difficulty. So those skills, through this fellowship, I realized that I can give them a new home, and which is advocating for dyslexia. And the most beautiful part of the journey, and I keep telling this in all the reflections that I have done about the last few months, is the community that I found through this fellowship. Fellow advocates, teachers, parents, counselors, psychologists, change makers, and mentors. And even the most important thing is the team of ADO. Your unwavering commitment inspires me deeply every day. You welcomed me as not an outsider. You treated me as one of your own, a person with a voice that needed to be heard and could be worthwhile. So thank you for that. And so I'm going to just finish by saying that, sometimes advocacy can be a big, loud bang, aiming at changing policy and reform at higher level. But other times it could be as simple as just, constant act of standing beside someone, listening to their struggle, supporting a parent searching for answers, or sharing your own story so others feel less alone. All types of advocacies are valid and worthwhile. And as Ms. Rosalind said at the beginning, beautifully captured earlier, advocacy and the journey doesn't end today. I carry this work forward with me with joy and humility and purpose, and I do it knowing that I am not walking alone. So I leave you with these words. Again, this advocacy journey does not end today. It does not end with graduation, and it truly begins now. So keep going, continue the work. Our communities, our countries, and our African continent need that. So let's honor this calling. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Let's honor this calling from Miss Nada. Thank you so much for accepting to speak. We are grateful. So we'll go ahead and hear from Miss Justina, one of our facilitators for this training. So Miss Justina, please you can go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I hope that you are all well. It's been so beautiful hearing from everybody and just hearing the progress of ADO and just the impact that it's had. So I'm actually going to try and be very efficient. I'm going to read, because normally I do ad lib and I might go too long. So I'm going to read something that I've prepared. So good evening, everyone. It's a deep honor to be in front of you to celebrate this important moment. Not just a graduation, but a milestone in a movement that is transforming lives across all of Africa. To each of you that are graduating today from this advocacy program, you are to be saluted. You have chosen a path that is bold, brave, and deeply necessary. You haven't just learned about dyslexia in this advocacy journey, you have equipped yourselves to lead change. Advocacy, especially in the African context, is not for the weak. It's not for the faint-hearted. It often means that you are standing in spaces where awareness is low, myths are high, and support is lacking. It means challenging systems. It means starting conversations that feel uncomfortable. And sometimes it means that you are the lone voice speaking up for inclusion. But I want to tell you this, you are not alone. You are part of a rising tide, one that refuses to let the brilliance of any child be dimmed by misunderstanding, shame, or stigma. Each of you now carries a torch, and with that torch comes both power and responsibility. And we've heard that shared already. Be bold, speak up, create safe spaces, advocate not just with facts, but with compassion. Because behind every diagnosis is a story, a child, a family, a future. And as you advocate for others, do not forget to invest in your own growth. Advocacy without self-development leads to burnout. So keep learning, keep attending the workshops, keep reading, reflect on what you are reading, what you are hearing. Rest is very, very important. And evolve. Rest, reflect, read, self-develop, and evolve. Your voice matters, but so does your well-being. You can only pour into others from a full cup. We've heard that said so many times. You need to remember, leadership is not about perfection. It's about progression. It's about showing up even when the path is unclear and trusting that your purpose will make a way. So as you step out from this program, carry this truth with you. You are enough. You are needed. And you are ready. So go forward with boldness, with empathy, and with a fire that keeps burning, not just for change in the world, but for growth within yourself. Congratulations to each and every one of you as graduates. The future of Inclusive Africa is brighter because you took that bold step to put in an application, undertake this advocacy program, commit to completing the program, and now you stand ready to change the world. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Justina. Thank you for your kind words. Please remember that she said rest is important. That's one of the things that stood out to me. So please rest. And as Ms. Rosalind says a lot of the time, drink water. So please drink water if you not drink water and you are thirsty right now. So moving on, we are going to listen to a video of some of our advocates who spoke about their journey, who said a few words just to entertain ourselves because we have more speeches coming up before we leave. So we'll come to show that video shortly. I hope you are all ready to see what they have to say. If you are ready, show an exciting emoji in the chat so that I see we are ready for the video. If the emojis are a lot, then I'll play the video. If they are not a lot, I'll keep my videos to myself. So emojis, please. Drum rolls, emojis, drum rolls.
We are ready, please. Let's go. Congratulations. While she's preparing to bring us the video, congratulations, congratulations. We are so, so proud of you all. Yeah, let's see. Precious, you are muted, so we can't hear the video from your end. We cannot hear the video.
And then during the trip, I joined Africa Dyslexia 2025 Fellowship to support my son. But then during the training sessions, I realized I needed all that was taught for myself. One of my aha moments was when we followed up on our advocacy project, and the school director informed us that they have actually now restructured how they give support to every child in their school. That moment, I knew that all the effort put in this fellowship was worth it. I began this fellowship to help my child, but then I have supported or helped myself, and then my help has also been extended to other children. Becoming a special educator and a dyslexia advocate has been more than a career to me. It's been a calling. One of my wow moments was during my project when I stepped out to create awareness about dyslexia and other learning differences. And most teachers experience this, have these challenges in their classes, but some of them have never heard about dyslexia or any other learning differences. So they assume that the child was lazy. Some would say the children were being indulged at home. This journey has actually redefined my role. I realized that it's not just about strategy, it builds empathy, it builds advocacy, and also confidence in children who are often misunderstood. The journey has been challenging, but it was filled with joy and purpose. I'm grateful for the growth, I'm grateful for the lessons learned, and I am grateful to my amazing team, African Dyslexia Organization, for inspiring me every single day. My name is Linda Issa. I registered to be part of the 2025 Cohort Fellowship with the African Dyslexia Organization. My journey with African Dyslexia Organization has been an impactful one. I've been trained, mentored, nurtured, and given all the skills to go out there to create awareness on the learning disorder known as dyslexia. Dyslexia affects how individuals are able to spell, read, or write. Thank you very much, ADO, for the opportunity given to us. And thank you very much to all our partners and sponsorship. I say a big thank you also to all other fellows who were with us during the training. Congratulations to myself. Congratulations to all other fellow advocates who are graduating today. I say a big thank you to ADU.
Hello, my name is Privet Huzu, and I'm so proud to be graduating as a dyslexia advocate. And, I came into the program with passion, but now I live so knowledge, tools, and a strong community behind me. So one of my biggest aha moments was realizing that dyslexia is not a limitation. So, it's a different way of thinking, and when we shift our mindset, we unlock so much potential in those we teach. Advocate now means I have the confidence to speak up, educate others, and stand for inclusive education in Nigeria and beyond. So every level who feels misunderstood, know that you're not broken, you are brilliant, and I'll keep fighting to make sure the world sees this. So thanks to everyone who has been part of this journey. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, hello guys. I'm speaking to you from Malawi. I'm happy to be part of this incredible group of individuals. Once again, I'd like to thank Africa Dyslexia Organization for this rare opportunity that we have had. I've had 4 months of learning where we have been learning some of the stigmas that surrounds people with learning difficulties. And to be going forward, can't wait to start. I'm optimistic that this journey will bear fruitful fruits and that will enhance our advocacy journey. My aha moment was when Madam Rosa said that the advocacy organization has a public project whereby they want to build a big school in Africa for dyslexic students. I was tempted to propose that maybe that school should be done in my native country, Malawi, and I can't wait for us to start. I wish you all the best and congratulations, all of you. Thank you.
My name is Onolapo Adeolushitu. I've had an amazing time with Africa Dyslexia Organization. My projects were amazing. I had such a wonderful time with parents on dyslexia in my local dialects, that is the Yoruba language. I also had to go on radio speaking Yoruba to the people in my hometown. It's such a great push, such an amazing experience. All the resource persons were amazing. The materials given to us shows that Africa Dyslexia Organization is not holding back information about dyslexia. Thank you for such an opportunity. I'm proud to be a part of Africa.
From African Dyslexia Organization, the journey has easy up to then and then. The whole aha moment was when I had to do my project. Like, can I do it? And of course, I don't have this awareness about dyslexia, and I'm proud of this journey.
Everyone, my name is Francis, and I'm honored to share my dyslexia advocating journey with you. Through this program, I have learned a deeper understanding of dyslexia and its impact on an individual life. My biggest moment was realizing that dyslexia is not a limitation, but a strength that should be celebrated. As a dyslexia advocate, I am passionate about creating an environment where every individual with dyslexia will feel supported, accommodated, and celebrated. As I step into my new role, I feel empowered with knowledge and skill to advocate for dyslexia awareness. And I'm excited about working with educators, families, and communities to create dyslexia awareness. Thank you for supporting me on this dyslexia awareness advocate.
Hello, my name is Iyase from Lagos, Nigeria, and I'd first love to thank everyone that worked on this behind the scenes, from volunteers to full-time staff, and of course the facilitators. You did an amazing job. I learned so much. As an instructional designer and head of my own education company, this journey has been especially important for me because it's allowed me to learn new strategies to design lesson plans and education programs with dyslexics in mind. And that has allowed us to be able to reach a new group of people. And I am very grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this year's cohort. I've met amazing educators from all over Africa that are passionate about what they do. And we've begun to collaborate on different projects. And that would not have been possible without ADO. So thank you, and keep doing the work that you do because it is vitally important.
Hello, I'm Josephine from Nigeria. I'm so grateful to God Almighty for this privilege for me to reflect on a big thank you to God Almighty for helping me. Oh, God helped me. I also want to appreciate my husband, especially for his love and family support. Another thanks to Mrs. Melusi and Mrs. Daniel. You've been so wonderful during this journey. Okay, now the heart. There were days I know the hospital to go to, places where I had to train teachers. I walked, I waited, wait. But guess what? The mission was too important to me, so I made sure I did this. Stay. The good times. I can still remember I walked into a school and watched teachers waiting for me. They were so expectant. No, during the training, they discovered, oh, so this is really dyslexia.
Guys, I think the video is lagging. So
Just an educators, 33 caregivers, and supported 8 parents across 6 schools in Port Harcourt University. And I became a voice to children. So often in the school, with level or later. And now I am seeing classrooms shift from frustration to hope, from doubts to possibility. The big insight. One of the greatest lessons I learned during this time. Every child can learn, just not in the same way or the same day. And it is my responsibility as an educator and advocate to figure out how, and with the support. Closing. This graduation isn't the end for me. It is the beginning of a people mission. I will continue to raise awareness, train more teachers, empower more families, and ensure that no child with dyslexia walk through school unseen or insupported. For my fellow advocates, let's go. To ADO, thank you for believing in me. And to every child with dyslexia, we see you. We believe in you. And we are walking through this journey with you. Congratulations. Imbonayo, Ayuko.
Beautiful. Thank you all so much for reaching out, for doing the videos. We really appreciate all of you. Moving on, we want to hear from one of our facilitators. Again, Miss Samantha is on the call and she's going to speak to us briefly. Samantha, please, you can go ahead.
Thank you. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Precious. So good evening to everyone joining us online. I hope everyone can hear me well. Great. So welcome to everyone from across the cities, the different countries, from your homes. And most importantly, a really warm congratulations to our newly certified dyslexia advocates, the fellows for the Africa Dyslexia Organization. So though we may not be together in the same room, the impact of this moment is no less powerful, because today marks the beginning of a journey, one that reaches far beyond our screens and our borders. It has been for me a real pleasure, a real honor to serve as one of your facilitators during the advocacy training. So I've been able to witness your growth, your passion, your commitment to the cause of dyslexia awareness. And that has been both inspiring to me and deeply rewarding. So you've completed your training, not just with knowledge, but with a clear sense of purpose. So you are now part of a growing movement, one that is changing the narrative around dyslexia across Africa. And as you know, in too many places, children with dyslexia, they're misunderstood, they're misjudged, and they're underserved. But because of you, this is beginning to change. You are now advocates, you're educators, you're leaders, and you are voices for inclusion. Now, you are the ones who will say, this child is not lazy, this child learns differently. So you have been equipped with tools, with insight, and with heart. And while the road ahead may have its challenges, what I want you to do is remember this, that you are not alone. You are part of a powerful and a wonderful network that is united by compassion and committed to equity. So please use your voice boldly in every room, whether it's a virtual room, the classroom, conversations, and community you enter. Share the facts, tell the stories, and shift the mindsets, because advocacy is not just about raising awareness, it's about inspiring action. So even though this graduation is virtual, your influence will be real. You are ready and you are needed, and your work matters deeply. So congratulations once again, Africa Dyslexia Organization advocates. Please go forward, be confident, be connected, and be committed to changing lives, one learner at a time. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Congratulations. We committed to changing lives one learner at a time. Moving on, we are going to hear from one of the existing advocates. He goes by the name King Fred. So he's going to speak to us shortly.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, we can hear you.
First of all, let me say that I am very deeply honored to be here today, and thank you very much, ADO, for this very opportunity to speak here. And second of all, to a big congratulations to all the graduates, the fellows that we have today. Understand that your presence today, your presence at this very moment, is a testament to your commitment and your passion for this dyslexia advocacy. I have to say that, before I joined the Maiden Advocacy Program last year, believe me, I had no inkling as to what truly is dyslexia. I had no knowledge about dyslexia. But when I joined the advocacy program and throughout the sessions, the facilitators started with teaching us about what dyslexia is, and other co-advocates started sharing their stories. That's when I realized that dyslexia is a microcosm of a much larger issue. It wasn't merely happening in Accra or just Ghana. It was happening from different countries, because if you listen to the stories coming from different countries, it tells you that it's not merely a Ghanaian problem or a problem associated with Togo or problem associated with Benin or any other country, but it's a general global issue that we are facing. So after my graduation, that was last year, I started my advocacy program. The first one, I did it at Kofi Annan. Then from there, I got the opportunity to do it as a Presbyterian Church. Then from there, I moved school to school. It was there that I realized that almost every school that I go, the signs of dyslexia, it was all over. And it wasn't about 10 or 20 people. It was more than that. I remember one school that I went in Accra, here in Osu. The number of people that teachers were complaining about, it was more than 30 students. And all these students, mostly they classify them as, oh, they are not intelligent or they are not supposed to be in school, then they should rather go and learn a trade. And believe me, even the teachers themselves had no idea what dyslexia is, not to talk about the parents. And this is the very reason why the fellowship program was created, so that we, the advocates, we can move from city to city, from town to town, school to school, merely just to create awareness about this issue that we are currently facing. Because the whole thing is the educational policies that we have in our country does not help children that are facing dyslexia. In fact, the policymakers themselves have no inkling as to what truly is dyslexia. So I'm very, very proud that ADO have such a program like this to train advocates so that they could go out there and educate people about what truly is dyslexia. And through this program, very importantly, one of the sessions, I think two of them, something that I learned very much that has really helped me has to do with one of the sessions that we had dealing with educational institutions and fundamentals of advocacy. It really helped me to even start the advocacy, the awareness in the first place. Had it not been the fact that taking seriously what they taught us, I'm not sure I would have been able to even start the advocacy journey in the first place. And one other thing that also really helped me as an advocate was that I was always checking on ADO blog, and not only that, but other dyslexia-related websites, just to read more and make sure that I increase my knowledge in dyslexia. Because sometimes you do advocacy campaign and the questions that they ask you, if you are not knowledgeable in it, believe me, you find yourself wanting. You will find yourself wanting. And another thing too I want to say is that due to my background in economics and public policy, through this fellowship program, I was able to write policy briefs to some MPs, and some have even agreed that they will help us to conduct a mass screening for school children, in particularly in Accra, which hopefully, God willing, hopefully this August, we will be able to do the screening for mostly schools in Accra. So I must say that the fellowship program has really helped me. And in fact, as I speak to you now, my major focus is on special education, that is dyslexia. That is currently what I'm focusing now. And a big thank you to ADO and Lady Rosa for this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you for shedding light on real issues and for also sharing to the advocates that they should be open to learning more and more as they go on their journey. We would like to hear from somebody who is also new. We've heard from a male who is like an existing advocate. Let's hear from a new advocate who is also a male. So let's hear from Mr. Francis Mwewa.
Precious, could you help me use first cohort and second cohort than the new and existing? Thank you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak with you at this graduation. Distinguished guests, family members who are present, friends, and my fellow graduates. Today, we celebrate a significant milestone of our lives. As we sit here, we are not just marking the end of our chapter, but we are embracing the beginning of a new journey. For some of us, this journey were very difficult, a lot of challenges, but it also presented opportunities that were very beautiful. What have we learned? Before we come to this class, dyslexia was often misunderstood as a limitation. But as we sit here today, as new advocates, we are a testament to the fact that dyslexia is not a barrier to success. In fact, dyslexia can be a catalyst to creativity, innovation, and perseverance. If you are an individual with dyslexia, or you have got a family member who is dyslexic, or a student in class who is dyslexic, in this cohort, throughout the 5 months that we have stayed together with you, we have learned to think outside the box. We have learned to problem solve, resilience, determination, and a unique perspective on the world. Through these 5 months plus, what has been our takeaways? To me, I've got 3 takeaways. The first one is dyslexia is not a weakness, but a different way of processing information. And it can be a strength in many areas of our lives, such as creativity, art, design, and entrepreneurship. The second one is support and accommodation. Support and accommodation are very important. If we do that, we are going to make a significant difference in helping and shaping the individuals with dyslexia to thrive. The third takeaway is believe in yourself. As advocates, believe in yourself. Why? You need your abilities, your strength, and the talent which is valuable that can help to educate, advocate for the unspeechless. We are here to speak for them. Yes, as we move forward, let us remember that dyslexia is not something to be ashamed of, or something that we should be running away from. It's part of who we are, who I am. Let us celebrate our differences and use them to drive innovation, creativity, and progress. To my fellow graduates who have got students who have dyslexia, maybe a member of the family, I say, be proud of yourselves, your accomplishment, and your unique perspective. You have done a lot. You have worked hard to get here, and you deserve to celebrate. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I say, congratulations to my fellow graduates. Well done, ADF, for giving us this opportunity to be dyslexia advocate the world over.
Powerful, powerful, powerful.
Love Africa.
Hello, and I just wanted to say that I love seeing a young advocate by your side, and someone also came in. So, what's your name? What's your name?
Evelyn Mwewa.
Evelyn Mwewa. You are not too young to advocate. So you have to learn from Mr. Mewa, okay, when he's going, so that you can also create awareness. I'm so happy you are here with us. This is our very special guest. And I see the other guest is hiding over there. But thank you so much for showing up here, okay? Hello. Yes, these are our champions, and thank you for allowing them to join you, Francis. This is so nice of you. Thank you. Bye. Precious, take over.
Thank you all so much. So we'll move on and we'll be hearing from Miss Barbara, one of our facilitators, as she shares a few words with us.
Thank you, Precious. Good evening, distinguished facilitators and advocates in the making. Well, it's been a joy for me to speak at this moment. And I know that it's a gathering of bold and brilliant groups of dyslexia advocates. I had the privilege of facilitating conversations and sharing strategies on planning and executing dyslexia campaigns during our training. But beyond the strategies, what stood most was your passion, a fire that can be taught but fully ignited. You showed up, you listened, and you learned. But importantly, you moved to act. That is why we are here. Today, as we celebrate your achievements, I want to leave you with a timeless charge. That is the Great Commission. Traditionally, it is a spiritual mandate, go ye therefore. But for us, it speaks directly to our mission as advocates. I want us all to go to where we are misunderstood, where the stigma and silence still exists. I also want to tell you that teach parents to see their children's strength. Teach teachers to adapt, not abandon. Teach society to include and not ignore. We are also to raise awareness, but also let us raise the hope. Because for every child hiding their struggles, there's every parent battling their guilt. And for every teacher feeling helpless, your voice can bring that light. So personal campaigns are not only events, they are ongoing movements. So our social media posts, our radio conversations, our school visits is a seed that we are sowing. So we should sow with purpose, we should sow with boldness, and we should also sow with love. In the spirit of this Great Commission, you are not just learners, you are messengers. You carry the message of inclusion. You carry the truth that neurodiversity is not a weakness, but a wonder. So as you step out from this graduation, remember the work begins after the applause. There are minds to change, systems to challenge, and lives to touch. So go execute with excellence, plan with people at heart, and campaign with compassion. The world is waiting for your voice. Let it be heard. Congratulations once again, and may your advocacy journey be the light for many. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Barbara. May your advocacy journey be the light of many indeed. Now we'll move on to hear from somebody again from Cohort 1. Miss Alice is on the call. She's one of the advocates from Cohort 1, and she'll also share a few words.
Good evening, good day to everyone. Fellow advocates, the ADO team, proud graduates, honored guests. It's an immense privilege to be with you today as a proud alumni of the Africa Dyslexia Fellowship Cohort 1. Since completing the program, I have experienced a transformation I could never really have imagined. I currently serve as the Vice Social Media Coordinator here at ADO, a role that allowed me to give back to the very community that ignited the fire in my journey. But more than that, the fellowship gave me a platform to scale my voice across borders. I co-founded Dyslexia Cameroon, the first organization of its kind in my country. While I don't manage daily operations, I serve on the advisory board, offering my expertise and vision on how to grow the national conversation on dyslexia, which barely existed before. It is humbling to witness what one act of advocacy can start. My career as an education project manager for students with special needs has truly taken flight, a path curated and shaped from the foundation I had from my bachelor's degree in special education and my minor in management. Before ADO, I really didn't know what to do with those certificates. ADO training provided me with the compass I needed to navigate this journey with clarity and purpose. Since then, I have expanded my role as a reading intervention specialist, a structural literacy tutor, a dyslexia expert, offering consultancy and advocacy services across multiple platforms. Most recently, I was appointed as the head of a structural literacy tutoring department for an international dyslexia institution, a role that marks the most defining and fulfilling chapter of my professional journey till date. But this journey has not just been about titles, it has also been about people. One story that deeply moved me began with a mother from Madagascar. Reading an article I shared on LinkedIn concerned about her daughter's dyslexic conditions, she reached out for guidance. After several consultation sessions, she gained not only a clarity but found confidence to start her own local support initiative. With the help of Madame Justina, one of our facilitators, we connected her to a qualified SENCO, a special education needs and disability coordinator she now collaborates with to provide informed support for her daughter and other children, as well as for her future clients in her community. Their ongoing progress reminds me why I do the work that I do. This is the ripple effect of advocacy, one voice unlocking another. The ADO Fellowship didn't just train me, it connected me with a continent-wide ecosystem of knowledge, mentorship, and momentum. I have met remarkable senior collaborators, mentors, and allies, people who have taught me to stand tall, think big, and act bolder. To the new graduates, you are joining a lineage of change makers. This is not the end of your training program. It is the beginning of your advocacy journey. The success of this fellowship will not be measured just only by what you have learned, but most importantly, what you do with it. In a continent where 10% of children struggle with dyslexia, but less than 1% are formally diagnosed, your voice is urgently needed. The knowledge you now carry is not just a certificate, it's a lifeline. As someone who has walked this road, not just as a professional, but as an advocate, I want to tell you that the journey will not be easy. You will face resistance, ignorance, and even isolation. But remember, you are not alone. You now are part of a Pan-African Fellowship, a growing network of practitioners, change makers, and trailblazers. Keywords that have kept me relevant are problem solving, collaboration, community, remaining relentlessly curious, and constantly learning. To leave you with a word of reminder, our role as dyslexia advocates is to push back against misconceptions and shine a light on the misunderstood, to recognize brilliance where the world only sees struggle. Because as a dyslexia community, we rise together or remain behind together. No child should be left unseen, unheard, or unable to read. We all reach the summit, or none of us truly arrives. Africa's future belongs to all its minds. It is time to make room for every kind of thinker. Congratulations once again, and thank you for letting me be part of your journey.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Ms. Andy. She said we rise together and we truly, truly rise together. So I'm going to mention somebody from cohort 1 again before we move on to 2 people from cohort 2, and then we show the certificates shortly. So Ms. Fati is on the call. She's from cohort 1 and she'll be speaking shortly as well.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I always say ADO, it's one of the amazing things that have happened to me in my professional and even personal journey. So I was part of last year's cohort, and I'm currently in Abu Dhabi. I've been here for the past 11 years, and I'm inclusion specialist teacher here in the UAE. And as part of my journey to inclusive education, dyslexia have been something that I've been really passionate about, but I've had a lot of confusing directions. But after last year's program, it's just gave me a lot of focus. So I literally just submitted my summative for my dyslexia specialist teaching practicum, which was something that was really inspired by this advocacy journey. And my main aspiration is, as part of this advocacy program and for my own personal professional development, is to be a dyslexia assessor. And it was during my last year. So I've been in different roles. I've been an inclusion teacher. I've been a head of inclusion in an international school here in Abu Dhabi. But I went back to the classroom this year because I felt like that's where it's most impactful for me. And in this, my specialist teaching journey, I've really learned a lot that I believe together. So as advocates, the thing is, this ADO offers sort of like a community where you feel like you're doing your own little thing in your small community, but the impact that all these little advocacy would make, it's really a great opportunity. So welcome to ADO, and don't underestimate the power that your voices have. And we look forward to all collaborating across the continent to an Africa where inclusive education becomes like the normal daily thing and not just something like a privilege for a select few. So ADO, once again, thank you so much for this opportunity, because I feel like this is something that has always been missing, and for creating this platform for all of us to come together. And all of you advocates, you are part of this journey because you believe that something has to change. And one of the things is to make inclusive education and reading and everything accessible to all learners. So welcome home. And ADO, thank you so much for this opportunity. So congratulations to all our graduates. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. As she said, welcome home, all of you. We will proceed to hear from Mr. Kavi, who is one of the advocates graduating in Cohort 2. Yes. Please go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Again, I'm truly happy and humble, honored to be here this afternoon to share my experience through this training. In fact, this training has been very enlightening for me because as I stand here, it has shifted so many things in me. I must say here, confess here that during this training that I've had the opportunity to speak for the first time on a radio station, which I've never done in my life before. So yeah, this is something that I think is very powerful. This community outreach that we organized was very powerful for me, and it's a fight against something that we all need to join. This dyslexia thing. So I really want to thank ADO for the opportunity given to us to learn, impact, and do more. Yes, I know that I've noticed that this training is very impactful, and the awareness that we are doing, the advocacy is about listening, empathy, and also trying to amplify stories of those who may not be heard if we didn't do it. So this training has empowered us to go out there and make impact, especially talk about or for those who couldn't talk. And as someone said right now, I think it's Miss Barbara, Miss Madame Brio said, yeah, we need to go where people are ignored. We need to go there and try to include them in the system. We want everyone to learn, everyone one at a time. We want them to learn. So as we are moving forward in this training, today that we are graduating, I think that the skills and knowledge that we've acquired should help us to amplify, challenge the system that we have, injustice in education. We think that those who are not good enough, they are not qualified to be in the system. They need to be pushed away. No, we don't want that. We want to bring everyone on board. So our solutions are creative solutions, innovative solutions that we will learn throughout this training to help us to do what we are supposed to do to bring everyone on board. Yeah, so to my fellow graduates, I think we should hold on what we've learned so far. We know it's not the time to resign, it's not the time to stop, but it's the time to continue following our passion so that we keep on pushing the boundaries. Yes, together we can do more, we can learn more, we can support the ADO, we can take this message this way to every part of the world, especially in Africa where dyslexia is not something that is promoted enough. So I'm very, very proud of what ADO has put in place from the beginning to the end, the trainers and the participation of everyone that came on board. I think we all did well. We deserve a round of applause. Thanks very much for giving me this opportunity. And I must say something, which is the last one I will say. I'm a pure bilingual. I speak French and English. So Miss Rosaline has spoke about this. If you can take this message to Francophone countries, I thought about it recently. I said, during this graduation, I will say clearly to her that yes, I'm now available. I will start a conversation with after this training, this graduation, so that yes, we can take this message to Francophone countries too, so that they all hear, they all know about dyslexia. They know that there's an organization that's called ADO that can fight for everyone. So everyone must be on board. Thanks very much for the opportunity. Thanks again for the great work that you are doing. Continue doing it, and God will bless you. Thanks very much.
Amen. God bless you too. Thank you so much. We will hear from the last person from Cohort 2. We're going to hear from Miss Josephine Ofeb. And then we would get to see our certificate. I'm sure people are really excited to see that. So.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I want to say a big thank you to Madam Rosaline and the ADO team. I want to say one of my proudest achievements in this year is being able not to have fallen out, to be able to start and finish. Actually, it's not, the journey wasn't easy because coming in with so much passion. But along the line, I realized that just passion alone is not enough. You know, there was one of those days I've gotten an invitation accepted, and guess what? I did not have transport to go and do the job. But then I looked at it and I said, no, the only thing I'm going to gain at the end of this day is to make sure I find myself in that venue. And I tell you, I was able to go there, I was able to deliver, and I tell you, it was lovely for me. I was very happy because I was able to do it. And secondly, I know I am a teacher, an LES teacher for more than a decade. But when I joined the ADO team, honestly, I realized that there is this boldness in my inside. I could stand and talk to people. I could approach school owners, and they will open their gates for me to come educate their teachers, educate their parents. It was a very lovely journey for me because I started seeing different things I could do that I never knew that, I could take these steps. And for the cohort 26 coming, please, if you are intentional, you're going to move mountains. And for my fellow graduates, this is another time for us to go deeper another bigger responsibility is waiting for us out there. And I tell you, if we persevere, we are going to win. We are going to make the change. Because when you look at those children out there who don't have anybody to speak to them, because a lot of educators in the classroom, they actually don't have this information. One, they don't attend trainings. The school owners don't train their teachers. So if we are able to go out there and render these selfless services, I tell you, we are going to change the narrative in no time. I want to also say a very big thank you, because I have supporters who later become my, they are my mentees. To the glory of God, they've registered for the next cohort, which makes me so happy, because when I go for the trainings, they go with me. If I need financial assistance, they were there for me. So they actually saw something in what I was doing, and they decided to embrace and join me to do it. So I'm just so happy. I am very, very happy that I was able to go through this journey and finish at the end of the day. Finally, I know that there is a big job out there for me to do. Okay, I know. I will keep raising awareness. I'll keep training teachers. I'll keep working with families through this journey. If there is any challenge I know I have faced, is parents living in denial. Yes, yes, that is another target for me, which I have to do a whole lot to convince them that it is the earlier they come out to talk about it, the earlier their children will have this intervention process. To ADO, thank you for this great opportunity to enable me know that, yes, I am bold enough. For my family, I want to say thank you, because they were there for me. So to every child with dyslexia, we see you. We are here for you. Thank you.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Really love the words that you share with us. Thank you. And it's very, very encouraging. So moving on, we are going to see the certificates, all of your names. Please make sure you keep your eye out for your name. If you want to take a picture of it, please do so. We will share your certificates with you after the session. We're about to share, play a video of your certificates. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, guys. This is so beautiful. We cannot hear the sound in it. Can you, whoever is sharing, put the microphone on and start it?
Is there supposed to be some sound here, Rosalind?
Yes, but the person sharing this thing has put their sound off. Precious, is that you or?
So,
yeah.
then
Is everything okay there? Guys, sorry for the technical glitches. Okay, just pardon us. Could you at least tell us what is happening?
The video is playing, but the sound is not coming, so apologies for that. But then you get to see your names.
Okay.
So it's actually playing. I don't know if anybody has noticed the names changing.
If that's the case, then you start it and you mention their names out because we're not having any sound, so it doesn't give any effect to it. So Precious, maybe you have to start it and mention the names as it appears, so it kind of adds some emotions to it, please.
Congratulations, Abdul Karim. Congratulations to Asnik Abiyu. Congratulations to Enoch. Congratulations to Joy Chinaza. Congratulations, Aisha Abubakar Atiku. Congratulations, Amos Zachariah Tumba. Congratulations, Angela Na Adeku. Congratulations, Baba Rashid. Congratulations, Bernice Kaleve. Congratulations, Deborah Opara. Congratulations, Bernice Intuka. Congratulations to Rosalie. Congratulations, Dorette Okanachi. Congratulations, Elvis Mike Ogutu. Congratulations to Emmanuel Kingsford Anu. Congratulations to Gafaru Aminu. Congratulations to George Injenga. Congratulations, Ayman Gami. Congratulations, James Elizabeth Vandi. I see you. Congratulations to Josephine Dankwa Kehinde. Congratulations to Kofi Akpabi. Congratulations to Leila Indagire. Congratulations to Laura Odinai. Congratulations to Leah Mwende. Congratulations, Linda SL. Congratulations to Lucky Constantine Abubo. Congratulations to Maremi Jana. Congratulations to Mariam Abubakar. Congratulations to Mavis Aidan. Congratulations to Yannick Abandonjin. Congratulations to Michelle Gitao. Congratulations to Montfort Kalulu. Congratulations to Mwewa Francis. Congratulations to Nada Belhassan. Congratulations to Nahed. Congratulations to Nati Gebre Mireda. Congratulations to Violet Odiambo. Congratulations to Yvonne Odiambo. Congratulations to Zelia Cristina Daluz dos Santos Lopez. Congratulations to Prevent Uzu. Congratulations to Maniva Kiza Joel Samson Rubugo. Congratulations to Sibongile Njambulo Nkofana. Congratulations to Wali Bomodioku. Congratulations to Yai Duchumwa Openg. Congratulations to Lydia Gabriel Gurida. Congratulations to Sarah Miangali. Congratulations to Stephen Stanley. Hassan Haruna. Comfort Ojonla. Congratulations to Deborah Kafui Mane. Congratulations to Elizabeth Kimani. Congratulations to Favor Obijama. Congratulations to Fidelity Odiyambo. Congratulations to Hansar Abubakar. Congratulations to Jax Dickas. Congratulations to Jared Yech. Congratulations to Josephine Stephen Ofem. Congratulations to Kenju Taka Gabriel. Congratulations to Kingdom Obadiah. Congratulations to Linneo Ntauke. Congratulations to Musonda Lungwe. Congratulations to Nyeti Orlando Echo. Congratulations to Queen Dawariye. Congratulations to Rebecca Abuajiwa Hong. Congratulations to Abahi Azuma. Congratulations to Queen Ayenue Noel. Congratulations to James Weston Chimbia. Congratulations to Jane Kerubo Arama. Congratulations to Lixin Wangari Mwangi. Congratulations to Madalicho Mbewe. Congratulations to Malek Arol Die. Congratulations to Nancy Omabala. Congratulations to Peace Chukuma. Congratulations to Queen Emil. Congratulations to Uche Chukunonye. Congratulations to Umoru Roslin. Congratulations to Onaoloko Adiolushitu. Congratulations to Tata Arafuk Ruth. Congratulations to Olutin Olumide Nelson. Congratulations to Seya Prudence. Congratulations to Grace Livon Ashiwell. Congratulations to Chukwuka Obona. Congratulations to Comfort Shaibu. Congratulations to Harrington Patrick. Congratulations to Isaac Begiri Mana. Congratulations to Ivan Lubier. Congratulations to Progress Ifoma Ucheng. Congratulations to Christian Talo Manuma. Congratulations to Ihiese Algogun. Congratulations to Jean Damaskin. Congratulations to Rex Muller. Congratulations to Aziz Khadija Titi Lopez. Congratulations to Emmanuel Apara. Congratulations to Favor Ikechukwu. Congratulations to Gertrude Chibuta. Congratulations to Gloria Opanachi. Congratulations to Maureen Kimani. Congratulations to Michael Ogechi. Congratulations to Oluwabumi Anani. Congratulations to Tamene Keneni Walga. Congratulations to Abubakar Sadiq Muhammad. Congratulations to Hajarat Ayodeji. Congratulations to Kadmel Madai. Congratulations to Isaac Chidofi. Congratulations to Petronella Katongo Bemba. Make some noise. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations and huge congratulations to you. Thank you for coming on this journey. We are super proud of each one of you. Thank you all. Congratulations. You should be very, very proud of yourself for sticking through the journey and for making it to the very end. I'm going to invite Miss Roslyn to speak for a few words and then.
Sorry?
Yes, please, you can take over.
What did you say?
Please, you can take over.
Oh, okay. Oh, congratulations, everyone. Super excited. And apology that the sound wasn't working. It would have given you a great effect because there was a great sound that were embedded in it. But I still hope we did. You know, we're trying with Zoom and all that, but we will be perfecting as we go on. Maybe in the next cohort, you will plan a graduation for us. I know there are some musicians here, and I was wondering why the team didn't even reach out to some of them to come and play some sounds and all that. But we will make use of this. And I really would say we appreciate you all and we wish you the best in the upcoming journey. Just before we leave, remember, this is the starting of your advocacy journey. If you ever forget anything of what this journey is about, go back to your agreement documents you signed. There's so much valuable information on there for you to remind you of what the way forward is. We are also available. Our doors are always open for you to come and ask us questions, clarity, anything. I want to give a shout out to all those on the YouTube channel. We maxed up the number here. And so there's many of you who are watching on YouTube. It's sad that we are about going because there's some room that has come over here. But I just want to tell you that, yes, we see you and we know that you are hanging out there. You're going to receive a copy of the certificate in your emails in the next few hours, if not few minutes. I'm following up with our IT guy to make sure you get it right away. It's a digital certificate. You can print it. These days, all programs that I have done, I even did a program some time ago with Cornell University and I received a digital certificate. But what I do with my digital certificates is that I print them because I want to feel them. It doesn't cost much to go print out a colored certificate for you. In Ghana here, literally like 30 Ghana cedis can print it for you, which is like $3, can print you a certificate. Get something, put it on your table to remind you of your sacrifice and what you have set yourself to do. We made sure a lot of you shared information about your experiences. Is to encourage all of us. You had Fatih, who started even as an educator, and now through the advocacy, she found her purpose and she's becoming a dyslexia practitioner very soon. So there's so many opportunity. Medupe, who has started a whole radio program every Saturday. She's on radio now. Who would have thought she will be having her own show at this moment? And so many of the stories that I can't even outline all of them here. Guess what? 16th of June was our 5 years anniversary. And nobody remembered that ADO was 5 years. I just want to say that you're graduating at the right time. You're graduating in the month that ADO started in 2020, and you as part of the success story, the impact story. And so I know my team will be reaching out to many of you again to send us your short videos of wishing ADO 5 years and what you've learned and what you've benefited out of it. But there are some exciting ones also that I want to let you know. Just the advocates, listen to what is coming up from next year. So we have the Africa Dyslexia Advocate Fellowship Program. But in 2026, we are going to launch a new program as well alongside the Africa Dyslexia Advocate Fellowship Program. And this program is strictly going to be the Africa Dyslexia Teacher Fellowship Program. It is for teachers only, because we know that to have the maximum impact, we need to create something for our educators. So this is going to be strictly for educators, for African educators on the continent of Africa. Still, the Dyslexia Advocates program is going to go on, but this is also a new program that is coming up. And for you graduating today, we have also, for those of you who can travel to Ghana for the Africa Dyslexia Conference, it would have been my wish that we have money so we could pay for some of you who have truly shown that you are true advocates to come for the conference. But no, we're struggling to raise funding, to raise sponsorship itself. So for us to be able to say thank you for those of you who are interested and you want to get here, is we're making available 20 tickets, complimentary tickets to our advocates. Each country literally have like a one ticket, okay? Because we don't want one country to take over all the tickets. So literally for Nigeria, they will have 3 tickets because Nigeria has the maximum number, and Kenya will have 2 tickets, but each other country, you have 1 ticket, complimentary ticket to come. So you don't need to pay the $106 to access the conference. As long as you can be here, we will get you to get into the 2 days conference, plus the master class workshops that will be done alongside it. If you need a letter to go raise funds, you need to reach out to us now so that they can give you a letter that you can go around to raise for sponsorship. If you look for tickets on time, I will just give an example. I was checking for tickets to Namibia the last time, literally like $650. You can be here, okay? And so if you're interested, that is also going to be available for you. Another thing we're doing is we're creating our private group on LinkedIn. If you're an advocate and you're not on LinkedIn, I don't know what you're doing. Make sure you create a profile and fill out nice picture and start connecting to people. This is where you build external network as well. But the private group, when it's ready, we will send the link to you, both the first cohort and the second cohort. You can join and connect among yourself. And this is where we discuss things. Please, our social media presence is not for only the people working in the office of ADO. It is the responsibility of all of us. Please do visit the social media. When we post things, please post. How many of you here sitting here have sent the flyer for the next recruitment even to your friends? If you haven't done it and you're an advocate, it's a shame. If you haven't even shared it on your social media platform right now, it's a shame, you as an advocate. Okay, so can you change that and support the work? This is part of the advocacy journey as well. Now, continuous professional development and networking. We are doing our best to organize every 2 months for us to convey, and this is where the first cohort and the second cohort are going to come together and learn. Learn not on dyslexia, but learn on interested topics. So interested topics could be from dyslexia, financial management, graphic design, professional development, leadership. If you're here and you're a master or an expert on any topics, you can propose it as well, and we'll let you lead a class. There will be times where we'll come and it's not about anything. We just come in and chit and chat. So that it will be also another thing you should look out for, and we'll give you more information. At this point, I think I haven't forgotten anything. Precious and Seth and Gideon, if I've forgotten something, you can come in, but I just want to say thank you. It's going to be a 2-year rewarding journey with you. For the first cohort, they are left with their 1-year journey ahead of them. I know some of them, they feel like they have finished, but they don't know they haven't finished. And so we are looking out for them and we are watching out for all of you. Listen, the impacts and the sacrifice you're making today is going to be rewarding to you. And if you can take that from me, I, together with some of our long-term serving volunteers, have been on this journey for 5 years. And we have not taken $1 from ADO. As a matter of art, if you look into the ADO books, they owe me so much money. So technically, I am like you. We are all the same. But I will tell you, it has also developed me so much. It has developed my empathy level, my leadership level, my patience level. It has developed me in so many ways that I know that, yes, I was better when I was in my hospitality settings, but I am much greater being on this journey and trying to pour my heart out. And many of our volunteers will share the same with you. And so please be open-minded, go out there, support people, go out there, create awareness, go into your ministries of education, go into your workplaces, speak to schools. If they need tailored training, contact us here at ADO office. We can fly to your country. Once an organization have money, we can fly there to come and support. And that's how you can also even earn something for yourself if we have a consultation in your country. But lastly, I know Miss Clarice is here and we haven't talked about this, but if any of you, maybe from Nada, Tunisia and Madagascar or Algeria or Nigeria, Cameroon, whoever wants us to come and host the Africa Dyslexia Conference 2026 in their country, and you have a good network that we can assess things so easily in your country, please reach out and make a proposal to us, and we will assess why we should bring the conference to your country in 2026. Thank you so much. Precious, take over. And I wish you all the best. God bless you.
Thank you so much. If there's anything to add, is that we are a community and we are here for you every step of the way. If you have any challenges whatsoever, do want to reach out to us and we are here for you. Thank you for joining in. Congratulations to each one of you. Spoil yourself this evening. Take yourself out. Enjoy because you've come a long way. Thank you for joining in. Have a good day, rest of the week and weekend. Congratulations. Bye.
Bye, everyone. You can unmute if you want to say anything. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Kura.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lady Rosa. God bless you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mama Africa.
Hold on.
Congratulations,
Hold on.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Oh,
you.
we didn't take the picture.
Yes, I wanted to take a picture. So if you can turn on your videos and smile, so we take a nice group picture and then we shout congratulations. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Why is she?
I can't see Prevent's face. You're a soldier, choosing your path. Yes, let's smile. You is pretty All right, thank you all. Now we can all shout congratulations right before we leave. 1, 2, 3, go.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to us.
Congratulations to everyone.
Moving together, let us move together. Congratulations.
Bye.
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 Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you.